What is up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Fantasy Time. I am your host, Jacob Cutler, the Fantasy Guy, and today we have the big 3-0 for you. Yes, episode number 30, and it is another weekly edition of Meat on the 50. And as always, yes, I am joined by one of my best friends, Brandon Sullivan, and together we are breaking down the slate of games that we have on tap for you. And we had 3 yesterday. We had some good ones, right? 2 good ones, and then the last one, kind of a snoozer, right? Kind of went how we all kind of expected it to go, but we are going to break it down. We are going to get into all the 3 games that happened yesterday. We're going to get into all the games on Sunday, the game on Monday, right? We are going to get into all of it. So join us. And if at any point during this video you like what you're seeing, please smash that like button, smash the subscribe button, and then just tap on that bell notification. That way, anytime new episodes drop, and they drop every Wednesday and Friday, you're right there to consume the content, because Brandon and I, we're dropping knowledge all season long. All season we're going to be dropping the knowledge. Just right there at your feet. You just got to pick it up, shove it in the head of your, shake it around, and boom. Better fantasy player, better knowledgeable football human being, right? Because that is what it is about. If you are not growing, you are dying. So please, without further ado, let's get into it in another weekly edition of Meat on the 50. Happy Friday, everyone! We hope you had an absolute fantastic Thanksgiving. We hope you got your share of food, your share of action that we got to see yesterday. Now, I know it's Black Friday and most of you are out wheeling and dealing, trying to get those Christmas gifts, trying to get those deals on items that you've been wanting, just wishing about all year long. But we have another weekly edition for you of Meat on the 50, and as always, joining me to my left, one of my best friends, Brandon Sullivan. Now, Brandon, happy Thanksgiving. Now, we are obviously recording before Thanksgiving, so, A, how are you?
I'm doing good, Jake. Definitely excited to spend some quality time with my family for Thanksgiving, and I hope everybody else gets to have that opportunity as well. Very grateful for that. How about you, Jake?
I am doing good. I'm doing good. Yes, I'm looking forward. Chilling at home this year. We got some games, so we're gonna relax. I'm gonna enjoy some ham. It's all right. I know. The turkey lovers, don't get on me. Don't get on me. What?
Hey, it's good to switch it up. It's good to switch.
Yep. So we're enjoying ham this year, but I am enjoying it. Now, I do have a question for you. What are you looking forward to most each Thanksgiving? What do you look forward to most? Is it the food? Is it the family? Is it the atmosphere? What do you like about Thanksgiving?
Family and football. Those are my 2 favorite things. I think they go hand in hand. I always watch the games together with my family. Always got them going on. It's funny. I mean, I feel like, Lions and Cowboys, I mean, it's just the way it should be. I mean, I've been seeing those 2 teams play since I was 5 or 6 years old. I'm glad they haven't changed that. It just gives me that vibe back. So definitely spending that quality time with my family is so important to me, but being able to share, my favorite sport with them as well is always fun.
I like it. Yeah, definitely, now, when I was younger, definitely being around my family, definitely I just like relaxing, watching the football games. Definitely classic, Thanksgiving Day as basically goes hand in hand with the NFL now. I mean, you would never think that a national holiday now goes with, a national football league, but the NFL somehow did it. But basically, yeah, definitely looking forward to the football games, definitely looking forward to the food, spending time relaxing here at home, chilling because the year is crazy, and it's nice to have a day where you can just relax, eat some good food, and hang out and watch some good football. So with that being said, let's put the overall season totals on the screen, right? All right, so let's see how we did last week, right? Let's see how we did last week. Now, needless to say, you were on absolute fire, right? So let's take a look at it. Starting with you, put it on the screen. Boom, 12-3. But it seems that you have fallen into a rut. as some of these NFL teams have done this season, right? We've seen some of these NFL teams falter. It seems like the big bad wolf over here is not invincible, right? So you're being tested right now, right? The Titans dropping a game to the New York Jets, and now the Houston dumpster fire Texans, right? Cannot believe it. Cannot believe it. Unbelievable, right? So knocking you down to 0-1 for the guaranteed victories this week. You got to get a bounce back. Got to get a bounce back.
It's just unbelievable because, I'm looking at 12 and 3. How is one? Really? The Texans are how?
Took you down.
How? I started off 8-0, and I've gone on this downward trend. And like you stated, I need to be able to make. I got to make a turnaround here because 3 straight losses. That's unacceptable for the guaranteed victories. When I started off 8-0, now we're down to 0-3, back-to-back weeks. I guarantee this week though.
Okay.
I
like it.
So
I like it.
Get back and get this one. This one I'm very confident about. So if this one drops, I don't know what's going on in this universe. I don't know what's going on in this football season. Probably the weirdest season I've ever watched. So
yes.
We just gotta get back on track.
Agreed. Definitely, 100%. Definitely one of the weirdest NFL seasons to date. But overall, let's put it up there. Let's put this on the screen. Boom, 97, 67, and 1, breaking 90, crushing 90, right? On the precipice of 100 wins for the overall season. Looking really good. Now, 8-3 overall in the guaranteed victories. Nothing wrong with that. Still looks nice. But just like some of these NFL teams, right? Can you get out of this rut? Can you get out of this rut and continue the dominance that we saw early on in the season? We'll see this week. I'm interested to see who you have picked this week for your guaranteed victory. I'm sure our audience is curious to see who you picked. You got to get back on track here. Looking at my week, I went 10-5. 1-0 on my guaranteed victory. The Bucs handled business on Monday night against, the Giants have moved on because Jason Garrett, you're gone, buddy. You are gone. Hopefully, we'll see. Maybe for good, but we shall see. Overall for the year, put it up there. I am at so close. 99, 65, and 1. That freaking 1, thanks to the freaking Steelers and Lions. So ugly. For the guaranteed victories, 7-4. Let me see here. I'm right there. I'm knocking on the door. I'm coming for you. I'm holding the best record right now. I'm coming for you for the best overall guaranteed victory record. So you better pick it up, son. You better pick it up because I'm coming for you. But, like we do every week, like we've done the last several weeks, I'm curious because last week was an interesting week. Give me your 3 takeaways.
Yeah, so the first takeaway is definitely the Colts are a better team than I thought. You called it amazing game by Jonathan Taylor. I thought that was incredible to watch. I mean, this man is a beast. I think that he has taken over, temporarily as the best running back in the league now that King Henry is out. I'm rolling with Taylor right now. Just a tremendous effort, just an amazing all-around team win, 41-15 against the Buffalo Bills. I did not anticipate that. I mean, if you would have told me that the Colts won, I would have said, okay. I mean, that's surprising, but I'm shocked in the fashion that they won. So I give the Colts a lot of credit. And I think my next takeaway is that the AFC and the NFC are wide open.
Ooh, I like it.
I don't know who is going to go to the NFC and the AFC championship.
Yeah.
I don't know who is going to go to the Super Bowl. I cannot make that prediction today because when the Titans lose and the Ravens lose and the Bills lose and the Bucks lose, and I mean all these different teams getting these losses. I mean the Rams losing. We don't know what's going on with them. You know, the Cardinals, they had a big bounce back win, but still they've lost a couple games and we don't know what's going on with them. And then you think maybe Green Bay's going to run away with everything, and then Minnesota changes that. So, yeah, it's just the playoff picture is definitely wide open. Every team has a chance this year, and that's really, really exciting to me. And then my final takeaway is Justin Herbert is the real deal. This man went off and got it done in clutch time with a pass to Mike Williams to seal the deal for the Chargers, basically on a road game, because Charger fans, where are you? You need to start showing up to the games. I know that they're a little bit further away, but I mean, it was a home game for the Steelers. So, but yeah, give Justin Herbert a lot of credit. He is an elite quarterback. He is that guy where I see him being that Peyton Manning-esque type, or you know, Drew Brees. I mean, throw whatever names you want to throw in there. Those NFL superstar quarterbacks that we've looked looked up to throughout our youth to now. So I expect him to be one of those NFL superstar quarterbacks.
Yeah, I like it. I like every single one, and I totally agree with you. The AFC and the NFC is I think the most wide open it's ever been. I honestly, in the last at least 5 or 6 years, the most wide open it's ever been, where literally anybody can make it to the Super Bowl this year. Like, I would not be surprised at whoever makes it to the Super Bowl because of how crazy this year has been. I think everything will kind of correct itself around playoffs. I think the better teams will shine, and we'll see much better competition that way, and where I think it goes the way we think it's all going to go. But we'll see. I mean, again, yeah, like you said, this season has been absolutely crazy. My 3 takeaways are, I'm in agreement with you. My first takeaway is the Colts running game is holy moly, man. That Colts running game covers up a lot of holes that they have, right? Namely being that they don't have any top wide receivers. Now, Jonathan Taylor, though, covers up, he covers that up because he allows, you to have average to mediocre wide receivers and still be successful. So, watch out for the Colts. They were my choice for the best second half, and that running game is wow. Jonathan Taylor is surprising. I mean, to say the least. You got Jonathan Taylor, and then you got a healthy Derrick Henry. You got Nick Chubb, Dalvin Cook, Joe Mixon. I mean, the league is in a very, very, very good place in terms of running backs to watch. So that is exciting to see. But the Colts running game is something else. That line creates holes that you could drive trains through. Not even buses, trains. Number 2 is on the flip side, right? Let's flip the coin over. The Bills are in trouble. The Bills are in trouble, right? This loss to the Colts, and then you're losing first place in the division to a rookie quarterback? Seriously? Seriously, Josh? Seriously, Sean McDonough? Are you freaking kidding me? The Bills, and it's clear, the Bills need a running game. And Tony Dungy said it best on Football Night in America, right? Right before the Sunday Night Football game. Come January, the team that's going to win is the most balanced team, right? That's the team that usually is going to win. That's the team who more times than not is going to win. So the Bills need to find some sort of balance with their running game and their passing game. That way they can able to move the ball down the field. Because right now, Josh Allen and company are letting this good season slip away. For no reason at all, honestly, other than they're just really choking it. And the last takeaway, and you alluded to it in your AFC NFC takeaway, was the Vikings captured a huge win last week. An absolutely huge one, right? The best 5-loss team in the NFL, I think they proved that last week, right? It's going to be an uphill battle. It's going to be an uphill battle from here on out. I mean, some weeks... And it's going to be based on Kirk, right? Because some weeks he looks amazing, some weeks he looks average, and then some weeks he looks terrible. So he's going to be the one that really has to grab the reins on this team and take them to the playoffs. I mean, he's going to have to show up each week ready to go and ready to lead this team. They're going to play the Packers one more time, I believe. I don't think they've played them twice already. I don't think so, right? Have they played them twice already?
No, they have to play them one more time.
Yeah, so I mean, they got to play them one more time. Who knows? I mean, who knows? We could be talking about a division game right there. So we shall see. But the turnaround, the Vikings, they've just been on the bad side of some misfortune. So they're a better team than their record shows. So watch out for the Vikings. Watch out for the Vikings. All right. Enough with last week. Let's focus on this week. Let's focus on our first ever talking about Thanksgiving Day games, right? So we're flipping the page just like a newspaper, right? We're flipping it to this week's news because we are focusing on this week's games. So we got starting us off, and Thanksgiving Day is filled with some classic matchups, like you said, and some good matchups, right? So some teams that have to win. I mean, honestly, we're going to see some games where teams kind of are in some must-win situations in order to save their season, really. So we're going to break it all down. Let's break this all down. Starting us off for everybody else yesterday, right? For us in a couple of days, we have, starting off in the morning, right? The first game, Thanksgiving Day is, and it's always the classic, and I think it's usually always the first game, or this team always plays first. You got the Chicago Bears traveling to Detroit, the Motor City, to take on the Detroit Lions. What do you got for me?
Yeah, these two teams are definitely struggling at this point. The Bears at 3-7 and the Lions at 0-9-1. I'm just gonna roll with the Lions here. Very easily the Bears could win this game. It could go either way. But I'm just gonna say that they get, they have some pride here on Thanksgiving, and they get a victory for their fans at home. For their first win of the season. So I'm going to pick the Lions. Yeah,
I'm going Detroit Lions. The Lions now back-to-back weeks of really, games where they had opportunities to win the game, right? They had opportunities to win that Steelers game. They had opportunities to win that Browns game, right? Only losing by 3. So, if last week wasn't a good enough team to get your first win against, I think at home on Thanksgiving against the Bears team, who is just not really good. I mean, how do you get the lead and seemingly win the game and then let a freaking backup quarterback do that to you? I mean, I just don't understand it. I don't understand it. But I think the Lions get their first win here, 17-14. Close game, kind of a boring game in the morning. But yeah, it would be definitely nice to see the Lions get their first win of the season and for at home on Thanksgiving against the Bears. A very, very, very winnable game here. Very winnable game. Our next game up in the afternoon, we got the Las Vegas Raiders traveling to Arlington, to Jerry's World, right, to take on the Dallas Cowboys. What do you got for me?
Yeah, this is going to be my guaranteed victory.
I think that,
okay. Always bounce back in a major way at home after a subpar performance against the Kansas City Chiefs last week. I think that, Las Vegas has a lot of things that they need to correct. I think it may be time to move on from Derek Carr just from what I've seen, or at least, try to scheme differently, maybe change your offensive coordinator. I'm not sure, but he just kind of looks a little flat, and it might not be just him. It may be the play calling. I'm not really sure what's going on there, but I did see a couple of turnovers there at the end of the game when I was watching on Red Zone, and I definitely thought they had some opportunities to win, and unfortunately their quarterbacking situation is kind of in question right now. You might want to start Mariota just to see what he has for you just before you go into the draft next year, because I'm assuming that they're going to look for a quarterback, just because Derek Carr is not a bad quarterback, but that'll be, it's been his 8th season, and there hasn't been much productivity other than the one season where, unfortunately he got hurt, but that's part of the game. He just kind of has never really been himself since. So, you know, we've seen flashes of it, but I don't think that they have enough to get it done against the Cowboys. I think the Cowboys win this game in a guaranteed upset, or a guaranteed victory, I should say, 35-21.
I like it, yeah. I agree with everything you said, man. I think, like you said, Derek Carr is a good quarterback. I think he's third or fourth right now in passing in the NFL in terms of yards. But is he a guy that can get you to the mountaintop? Like you said, 8th season. Really, besides that one good season where he got hurt, nothing much is coming from them, right? Because the Raiders' offense looks inept at times. I think they do need someone like a Gruden type who is screaming at them, hollering at them, getting in their face for making dumb decisions. Because as much as I love my Bengals, they played terrible. It was a horrible performance on both sides of the ball. The Raiders should have easily won that game. The defense was playing super tough. The defense was playing well. It was the offense who couldn't do anything. So the offense looks inept. And then the defense, right, once the offense can't do anything, their confidence just slowly starts to trickle off a cliff. And then they just start making dumb plays, dumb penalties, leaving people wide open, not covering, not tackling. So, yeah, there's a lot of issues with the Raiders. Now, this would be a massive win for the Raiders in Arlington against Dallas, right? However, Dallas coming off that loss to KC, not really looking right at offense, coming home, right? At least they're going to be at home. I think they look sharp. I think they do handle business. I think 35-17, Dallas Cowboys. The Raiders need a lot of help. The Raiders need a lot of retooling, rebuilding, reworking before they see some competition, it looks like. They may run the table, but right now, it is not looking good for the Las Vegas Raiders. Not looking good at all. And then our night game, we got a team that has to win, honestly. We got the Buffalo Bills traveling to Bourbon Street to hopefully enjoy some turkey, right, and have a good time. But they have a football game in between, right? But they're going to be playing the New Orleans Saints. So we got the Buffalo Bills, New Orleans Saints, a Thursday night football, I should say. What do you have for me?
Yeah, this is going to, like you said, this is a must-win for Buffalo. This is a really big test for Buffalo, because not that the Saints are an excellent team, but we're going to see what they're made of, because at this point, with your division rival New England Patriots I still can't believe it, but they have a game lead on them. Yeah. And your back is kind of against the wall at this point. You can't lose this game because this is a gimme. This is a team that they don't really have their identity. Jameis Winston went out, and their quarterbacking situation is kind of up in the air. So with Buffalo, you have to go in there and show the rest of the NFL that you're able to handle business if you want a chance to contend in the AFC. So I am picking Buffalo to win this game simply because they have to. They are going to win this game 31-21 against the New Orleans Saints.
The Bills now second in their division. Need to come out in New Orleans and make a statement, right? Show everybody that these are just little speed bumps, right? They're little speed bumps, but this is a new Buffalo Bills team, and this is their year, right? This is our year, right? So I haven't done this for a couple weeks, but maybe that's why they've been struggling. So let's help them out a little bit. The Buffalo Bills march to Los Angeles, to SoFi Stadium to play for the Super Bowl. Super Bowl 56 goes through New Orleans, Bourbon Street. They'll be enjoying turkey on the 50. Well, I don't think they'll be doing that again thanks to that debacle in Santa Clara. Nice job, NBC. I think the Buffalo Bills handle business. I expect Buffalo to bounce back. Buffalo Bills 28-24. Close game. Trevor Siemian is a baller. Trevor Siemian keeps that team in games. So they are not like a bad team. The Saints are in no way a bad team without Jameis. So the Bills got to step up. Bills 28-24 for our Thanksgiving Day games. Now, let's look at Sunday because we got obviously more football to look at, right? So, starting us off Sunday morning, I believe we have the Pittsburgh Steelers traveling to Cincinnati to take on the Bengals, who looked terrible last week. They got to step it up. Pittsburgh Steelers traveling to Cincinnati to take on the Bengals. What do you got for me?
Yeah, I definitely am very confident in the Bengals winning this game. I just think that, being at home and then coming off of that victory that they had last week, I think that they look really poised. Joey B looks really good, and that tandem and that dynamic duo between him and Jamar Chase, and then the run game with Mixon. By the way, your San Francisco Bay Area boy Joe Mixon was big stepping in the end zone. Do you see that was literally the big step dance. Now you're officially big stepping. Your players are big stepping. So Joe Mixon, shout out to Joe Mixon, Bay Area boy, just like you and I. I love watching this guy play. He's a speedster. He can elude tackles. One of my favorite running backs in the league. Everything's coming together for them at the right time. I got the Bengals winning this one, 27-17 against Pittsburgh.
Yeah, just like the first time, I fully expect, since we're at home, they handle business on the road. They got to handle business at home here. I know Big Ben had a big game against the Chargers last week. This could be the turnaround that we always see Pittsburgh make. But I think the Bengals here, if we want to get back on track, we need this win. We got to have this win here, right? Able to stay in the thick of things in the division with Baltimore, and then we got to build that distance between Cleveland and Pittsburgh, right? That's the best thing that we can do to make sure that we lock in a playoff spot this season, which would be a crazy turnaround, an absolute crazy turnaround. They looked bad last week against the Raiders. I'm looking for a bounce back game. We got to be better on third down. That's basically what it is. I got to see better production on third down. They basically got those points in that kind of separation in that game against the Raiders in garbage time. That wasn't like they did that early on in the game and then they kind of maintained that lead. No, that was garbage time. That was Derek Carr fumbling the game. That was Raiders making stupid penalties. So we got to get a bounce back game. Bengals get it done, 35-24 in an exciting game, but we gotta have this one. Got to have it. Next up, we got the Tampa Bay Buccaneers traveling. This is gonna be a good game right here. We got the Tampa Bay Buccaneers traveling to Indianapolis to take on the Colts. One of the hottest teams right now, right? Overtaking the Titans as the hottest team. We got the Colts as the hottest team in the NFL. Tampa Bay Buccaneers, Indianapolis Colts. What do you got for me?
Yeah, no, like you said, the Colts are playing really well and they're going to go home, but I think this is Tom Brady's chance to show the league and put the league on notice to, hey, I know I dropped a couple of losses there, but I'm still the GOAT. Was fired up to see, I don't care if they're playing against the New York Giants, he was running around like he was Cam Newton for a second there and just ducking and dodging the tackle, and he was fired up. So to see him do that at that age, beyond impressive.
Sure.
So I am going to pick the Buccaneers here in a close one, 31-28 against the Colts. I think it comes down to the very end. I think Tom Brady, the surgeon and the technician he is, takes him down the field at the end of the game to get that game-winning kick or game-winning touchdown.
I like it. After dominating the Bills last week, I think they continue to roll, though, at home against Tampa Bay. I'm going to go the opposite of you. I'm rolling with the Colts here. I think this will be a very interesting game. I'm excited to watch this game. I'm actually very looking forward to watching this game. With Mac and the Patriots, I'm looking at the wrong thing. We will see if Tom Brady and Tampa Bay, right, can stop what looks at times to be basically the Tennessee Titans of running games in the NFL, right? They look like the Derrick Henry Titans-led running game. So anybody who stops that running game against the Colts, I think that's basically how you beat them. Can Tampa Bay do it? We shall see. Vita Vea, he is injured. Their nose tackle, that is a big injury for them. So that is a big injury. That defense, they're playing the Giants. It's the Giants. I expected them to do what they did. they were making a lot of dumb penalties, a lot of dumb pass interference calls, a lot of dumb holding calls. So I'm interested to see. Can the Colts win a close game, right? Can they win an exciting one at home? But I got the Colts 35-32, continuing their hot streak and showing that this running game is for real. And you got to come to play if you want to stop it. Next up, we got the Carolina Panthers, who are just come on. We got the Carolina Panthers traveling to Miami to take on the Dolphins. What do you got for me?
Yeah, this one is this one's this is gonna be. I mean, man, a lot of good matchups so far. I mean, even every single game you've listed could go either way. I mean, it potentially could. I wouldn't be surprised if it did. I don't know. I just think maybe Carolina's going to bounce back here. This was one that I was thinking about. I'm just going to say Carolina wins this one 27-24. Could go either way, but they were so close last week, and I think that they bounce back and Cam gets a victory.
I like, after Washington spoiled the return of Cam last week, I honestly don't think it actually gets any better for him against the Dolphins this week. The Dolphins have tapped into this blitz game, right, where there's basically just doing blitz zero, bringing the house not every single, but most of their play calls now, and it worked against Lamar. It was the Jets, it was the Jets, but it worked. But Cam is not known to be that good against the blitz. You put Cam under pressure, he short arms the ball or he long arms it and he throws a pick. So I have the Dolphins here. I got the Dolphins 31-28. Carolina does not have a good line. They don't have a good O-line. I think Cam against the blitz, I think it's gonna be too much. So I got Miami pulling this one off. Getting somewhat back on track, but Miami 31-28 in a good game. Like you said, this one could definitely go either way. I would not be surprised if Carolina pulls it out at all. Next up, we got another good one. We got the Tennessee Titans traveling to Foxborough to take on the now first place Mac Jones-led New England Patriots. Bill, come on, man, please. Why are you doing this to us? Oh my goodness. Tennessee Titans, New England Patriots. Big game. Big game right here. What do you have for me?
Yeah, this is a huge game, but I do expect the Titans to bounce back after a horrible performance. I think that they are able to get the job done in New England. They are 8-3 for a reason. They had 5 or 6 wins in a row. It was only a matter of time before they dropped one. I think we've seen every good NFL team do that this year. So I do expect them to end this New England Patriots win streak. I think it comes down to the end. However, I do got the Titans winning this one 35-31.
I like it. We're going back and forth this week. I like it. We're putting our records on the line. I like it. After the Patriots dominated the Falcons, literally causing all 3 of their quarterbacks to throw interceptions. This defense is going to look to repeat. Against the Titans, a team that, with the surge of the Colts, they really can't afford to lose right now. Titans, after dropping a game to the Texans, to the freaking Houston dumpster fire Texans? I mean, I still can't get over it.
That's got to be a wake-up call.
Oh, my goodness, man. I think it's clear, though. With the absence of Derrick Henry, it looms over this team, right? They just waived Adrian Peterson today. Derrick Henry, he really is that team. He is the engine that drives it, right? Ryan Tannehill, he's a good game manager, but is he gonna go out there and win the game for you? He has yet to prove that. So this absence of Derrick Henry is bigger than than most people think. I don't expect them to lose a bunch of games, but right now, I think with how well the Patriots are playing, with how decently to game managerly, I guess I should say, well, that Mac Jones is playing, That defense is playing off the charts. So I think the Patriots and the Patriots and the Titans #1 seed reign this week and winning 28-24, taking them down. The Patriots defense, I think they're better than people give them credit for. A lot better than people give them credit for. So I'm going Patriots 28-24, and the Titans need to figure it out fast. Next up, we got one of the teams that is lurking, a team that is definitely lurking. We got the Philadelphia Eagles traveling to New York, right, the Big Apple, to take on the New York Giants in that new offense. Can they do it? What do you got for me?
Yeah, I think that the Giants continue to struggle. I think that Philly is able to get it done here. I like what I've seen out of them, over the span of the last 5 weeks or so. I do think that they are able to. I mean, they had an impressive win last week against the Saints, so they put up a lot of points. So I think that they are able to continue. They're able to win this week and continue their little roll that they're on. So I got Jalen Hurts and the Philadelphia Eagles beating Danny Dimes and the New York Giants 31-20.
I like it. Oh, okay. You got the Giants scoring in their new offense. Okay. I see ya. But I got a question. Who is this Eagles team? I mean, who is this Eagles team? Because this team is a complete 180 of the team that we saw at the beginning of the season. They look, in my opinion, they are an incredibly fun team to watch, right? The Bengals started out as the first half fun team to watch. In my opinion, the Eagles are the second half funnest team to watch. I mean, Jalen Hurts has that offense rolling. Such an interesting dual threat quarterback, in my opinion. Nick Sirianni, I'm telling you, he must have watched our videos. It must have reached him because he's gotten that running game going finally. Doesn't matter what back he's got now. He's just throwing him in there and running the ball, which is what you have to do if you want to succeed in the NFL. Yeah, I'm with you. I got the Philadelphia Eagles 42-14 and a guaranteed victory. I'm putting my faith in Philadelphia this week. I think they get it done 42-14. Dominating the New York Giants. New York Giants have a lot of problems. And I don't think it was just Danny Dimes. So we shall see with Freddie Kitchens taking over as the offensive coordinator there, former head coach of the Browns. But we shall see. I guess that's all I can say. Philadelphia Eagles 42-14 and a guaranteed victory. Next up, and these next two games, oh my goodness, when I typed them and thought about them, I had to think about them. Stinkers. We got the Atlanta Falcons traveling down to Florida to take on the Jacksonville Jaguars. What do you got for me?
Yeah, this is the one game this week that I don't think anybody wants to watch. Just not good offenses at all. I think Jacksonville has more work to do than the Falcons. Not by much because the Falcons are in big trouble, but I do think the Falcons win this one. I think it's relatively close. I got the Falcons winning this one 21-13.
Yeah, in an absolute toilet bowl, right? An absolute total stinker of a game. I looked at this game and I just got disgusted that I even had to write down analysis of this game. So we're not gonna spend any more time on this. We're just gonna go with this. Falcons handle business 21-17. Okay, next up. We got another stinker, right? The stinker, the toilet bowl 2.0. We got the New York Jets, who seem to be getting back Zach Wilson. Because everybody got COVID on their team, right? Mike White got COVID. Then Joe Flacco, close contact, so now he's out. So now they might have to elevate Josh Johnson from the practice squad. But Joe Flacco looked to be the best option at quarterback, in my opinion. So who knows what is going on with the New York Jets team. But we got the New York Jets traveling to who the hell do you think you are? Who the hell do you think you are? The Houston Dumpster Fire Texans. What do you got for me?
I got your Houston Dumpster Fire Texans handling business against the New York Jets and capturing their second straight win instead of victory from the hands of defeat. Getting this one at the end of the game. I got them winning this one 24-21. Jake, how about you?
Damn it! So close if we had the same team. It would have been nice. We all were so close. The surprise of the week last week, the Texans pulled it off. The Texans pulled off the upset. Tyrod, I'll say this. Tyrod has this. He's able to have this team play well. Yeah, he's able to have this team compete, right? I've said in the past, I like David Culley, the head coach. Tyrod is definitely a gamer, right? He has fight. He has heart. He's not going to give up. However, I think with the rise of Elijah Moore, I think with the rise of how the Jets have kind of somewhat pulled it together, right? They're scoring points. They're not really getting the wins. I think I'm going to roll with the Jets here. I think Zach Wilson comes back. We'll see how we'll see. This one is a total toilet bowl in my mind, but I'm going New York Jets 24-21. So close. We just needed the team. Moving on to the afternoon games. Not the morning games. Moving on to the afternoon games. We got the Los Angeles Chargers traveling to the Mile High City of Denver to take on the Denver Broncos. What do you got for me?
Yeah, I expect, this will be a close game in the beginning, but I think the Chargers will stretch out just a little bit in the second half. I expect Justin Herbert to continue dominating. I know it's going to be a little bit trickier against, being at Mile High against this defense, but I still do think that they put up the points that they need. I got the Chargers winning this one 35-24.
Yeah, I don't know exactly what to make of this Chargers team, right? They themselves tiptoe the line between good and average, right? I think they are much better than Denver. Los Angeles, handle business with I think most of the division, if I'm not mistaken. So I think the Chargers handle business here to keep pace with Kansas City, beating the Denver Broncos 35-10, high-scoring game. Justin Herbert, like you said, real deal, looking sharp. Our next game up, and this game is a good one right here. This game is a good one. We got the Los Angeles Rams, who need a win probably more than any other team on the slate today, Thursday, whichever day you're going to watch football. They need a win. So Los Angeles Rams traveling to Green Bay to take on the Green Bay Packers. What do you got for me?
Yeah, I just, like you said, the Los Angeles Rams, they need a win, after going into a bye week and then also, just losing a really bad one to the 49ers. I mean, their offense did not play well at all. No, they definitely need to clean some things up and obviously get Odell equipped in that offense under their arsenal so that they can produce more points.
I agree. Yeah,
but
in a game that the Rams have to have, they have to have this game. I think the Rams continue to slide. I think the Packers handle business at home against a struggling Rams team who struggles to find their identity. I think Odell does score his first touchdown, but I'm going Green Bay 24-17. The Rams, let's see if the bye work helped them. But I think the Packers, coming off that loss last week, kind of hungry for a win. Aaron kind of hungry to shut all these people up about all his COVID symptoms and things like that. I think Green Bay handles business at home, 24-17. Rams continuing to slide.
Yeah, no, I got Green Bay on that one.
Yeah, you're going Green Bay.
Yeah. I was. Even though, all of that has been happening for the Rams, and they need a win, even though they're not able to get that offense going, and they feel that they might be able to. I just think it's going to be too much for Aaron Rodgers at Lambeau Field. I mean, them playing at Lambeau is always a different story, and him playing at home. I fully expect Green Bay to bounce back.
Yeah, I'm with you. Green Bay 24-17 I got. And now, can this next team in this next game take advantage? Can they take advantage? Can both teams? I guess one team really can take advantage. The other team, if Green Bay loses, they can take advantage too. We got the Minnesota Vikings, right? The Minnesota Vikings traveling down. Now, I don't think, when's the last time they played here was the playoff game. Correct me if I'm wrong, right?
Yeah.
Yep. Okay, so we got the Minnesota Vikings traveling to Santa Clara to take on the San Francisco 49ers. What do you got for me?
Yeah, this is definitely going to be a big test for the 49ers. You know, these two teams are neck and neck. They both have, you know, pretty good defenses. The Niners are running the ball really well. The Vikings are throwing the ball really well. But, you know, I just think that our defensive line is going to do just enough to stall their run game and to get to Kirk Cousins, just because I mean, these last 2 weeks we've held our opponents to 10 points each. I just think that our defense is playing pretty well, and I don't think that they're going to hold Minnesota to 10 points, but I think they're going to do just enough to get the job done for us. I got the 49ers winning this one 30-27.
I like it, yeah. You know, and what could be the best game of the afternoon, it's going to be hard to compete with that Los Angeles Rams game and that Green Bay Packers game. But the Vikings and the 49ers, definitely, it's looking like it's going to be a really, really, really solid matchup. You have two teams who honestly they're in the must-wins, right? They're in must-wins the rest of the season. They got to have each win. They need each win to stay with pace within the division to make sure that they're holding their playoff spot. So I like this game. The implications of this game, I like it a whole lot. Now, the Niners need this game, right, to continue. Basically, I have the Rams sliding, right? So the Niners need this game to keep pace with that Rams slide, right? With the Rams sliding, that only benefits the Niners. So they need to keep pace, and the Cardinals don't look like they're slowing down anytime soon, no matter who's quarterbacking that team. So the Niners need this win. And then you have on the flip side, you got the Vikings, who basically need this game as well, right? They are on the rebound. So this game's going to be competitive. I'm going to go Minnesota Vikings. 35-34, game-winning field goal at the buzzer. They've been on the unfortunate end of misfortune. I think they steal one here in San Francisco, or Santa Clara, I guess, and take a win away from the 49ers, unfortunately. But I think the Vikings, they get it done, 35-34. Moving on to our night game. We got the Cleveland Browns traveling to Baltimore to take on the Baltimore Ravens. What do you got for me?
Do we know if Lamar's going to play?
I believe Lamar is on pace to play.
Yeah, so I'm going to go with the Ravens here. The Browns, I can't figure them out. I know they're 6-5. I know that they're playing okay. But I think that it's going to be tough for them to get this win at Baltimore. I think that once good things happen to the Browns, it seems like bad things always happen right after. So I'm going to pick the Ravens in this one. I think they win this one 24-17.
Yeah, this game I don't really have many thoughts about. Lamar is on pace to be back this week. And if he is back, I fully expect the Ravens to dominate over the Browns, handle business at home, beat them, and hold their first place lead. But the Bengals, I hope, are not going to just right on them. I hope they're right on them. But I got the Baltimore Ravens 24-20, handling business at home against the Browns. And on Monday, and I cannot honestly believe that they're worrying about flexing weeks 13 and weeks 15 primetime games, and they're not worrying about flexing this garbage game. I mean, seriously. But we'll get into it. Our Monday night game, we got the Seattle Seahawks, right? The Seattle Seahawks traveling to Washington to take on the Washington football team. Yes, Monday Night Football, folks, is the Seattle Seahawks and the Washington football team. What do you got for me?
Yeah, I mean, I think the second time you said it, it just made it funnier. Like there was more emphasis on the football team now. I mean, Washington, come on. Get a team name. I mean, just change it this week or something. I mean, that's pathetic. It's just so generic and stupid, and I'm sorry. Like, how is this not... Your organization has hundreds of millions of dollars, if not billions. You have you can hire anybody to design a logo. You can put together a little council to come up with the team name. I don't understand. I just don't understand. You don't have team names. We use index cards to figure out football. I mean, 2019, 2018, 2021. I feel like we're just stuck in the past. Get it together. Get it together and just get a team name. That's all, because your team is decent. It just needs a name. So, as far as the Seahawks go, I'm very happy. I'm very pleased because I feel like this team and their fan base, and they can say the same thing about the 49ers. You know, the fan base can say, oh, our fan base is out of control. Yeah, but our fan base travels very well. I don't know if you saw, Jake, the Jaguars game, how many 49er fans were in Jacksonville.
Yeah.
Let me tell you this. They weren't born in Jacksonville.
Yeah, exactly.
Those are people flying from California. So my thing is the Seahawks fans are very fair weather. They like to run their mouths. Their players, DK Metcalf and Jamal Adams, I find their behavior to be offensive. Just the things that they say, oh, we run the West, just getting in people's faces, you're not the 2013 Super Bowl champs. You're a different team. You're horrible. So, my thing is no points against Green Bay, 17-0. They don't even put up a point. And then you lose to, I know the 49ers did too, but you lost to the Cardinals at home, and now you're 3-7. I gotta pick Washington here. I just do. I don't see any way that the Seahawks win this game. Who knows? Maybe they can get it together, but I got Washington winning this game 28-17. I think that they play well at home. I think that they, their defense is going to get to Russ.
In a total stinker of a Monday Night Football game, they've been killing it with the Thursday night and the Sunday night games, but for some reason the Monday night games have all just been like, the matchups have not been that exciting, right? The games have thankfully turned out exciting, but the matchups have not been that exciting. So I don't know if they're relegating, the traditional Thursday boring games to Monday now, but let's spruce up Monday a little bit, because the Seahawks against the Washington football team, that's not doing it for me. I'm sure it may be a good game because they're mediocre teams, right? But besides, the diehard football fans and the people who, have fantasy implications for this game, I think this is probably the lowest rated Monday Night Football game of the season. I don't think many people are going to be tuning in to watch this. Washington on a 2-game winning streak. Let's say they make it 3. They handle business at home against Seattle. I'm going 27-21. Washington football team dropping the Seahawks to 3-8, further down the rabbit hole of what are they going to do about Russ and Pete. Very interesting. But Washington football team 27-21 in a snoozer of a game on Monday night. Hopefully it's a good game, but snoozer matchup for sure. And that will do it for another week of Meat on the 50. Brandon and I hope that you had an amazing Thanksgiving. We hope you are having a great Black Friday, finding everything that you need. As always, we want to thank you, the audience, for tuning in, taking the time to watch the video, right? Liking the video, giving us, comment down in the section, give us your thoughts, your analysis, your predictions, your expectations. We want to hear from you. Brandon, any last words for the people?
Nope, just well said. Hope everybody had an amazing Thanksgiving. I hope you enjoy all the games this week. Some really, really good matchups this week. I mean, there's games that could go either way, and we're at that point in the season now where there's a lot of playoff implications now. So stay tuned, because about 11, 12 games into the season, this is when things start really shaking up. So excited for the ride at the end of the season to see who gets those 7 playoff spots on both sides. Really excited for this weekend, so I hope everybody enjoys.
Yeah, well said. I like it. Thanks again for all of you checking out the video. And of course, I want to thank you, Brandon, one of my best friends, for joining me weekly, giving me your thoughts, your analysis, your predictions, all of the good stuff, right? Because us, together, we can give you all of our thoughts. We can give you all of our analysis. We can give you all of our predictions, our expectations, but at the end of the day, it is on the players to lace it up, suit it up, take the field, and get the job done, right? If you want more fantasy time, please smash that like button, smash the subscribe button, and then just tap on that bell notification to stay up to date on all the latest content, because we got new videos dropping every Wednesday and Friday. You are not going to want to miss it, right? You can follow us on Twitter at FantasyTime2021. Follow us on Facebook at The Fantasy Guy 2021. And then follow us on YouTube at FantasyTime2021. The link for the Google Sheet will be down in the description. Just click on it, download it, and all the information that we covered in today's video will be right there for you. That'll do it for another weekly edition of Meat on the 50. As always, joining me is one of my best friends, Brandon Sullivan. I am Jacob Cutler, the Fantasy Guy, and we shall see you next Friday. Have a happy Thanksgiving. It already passed, but happy Thanksgiving again, and we shall see you.